What if everything you think you are is just a story, not the truth, not the core of your being, but a mask, a role, a script handed to you before you even knew how to question it? From the moment we're born, we inherit identities, names, beliefs, expectations, traditions. We are told who we are, what we should want, what success looks like, what failure means, and we believe it. We build a life around it. We chase dreams that aren't ours. We wear labels that never truly fit. And one day, if we're lucky, we begin to feel the fracture. Something inside us whispers, "This isn't who I am." It's faint at first, but persistent. And eventually, that whisper becomes a roar. You begin to feel like a stranger in your own life. You look around and wonder, who built this? Who am I beneath all of this noise? This is the beginning of awakening, not the kind that comes with fireworks or fanfare, but the quiet, unsettling kind. The one that strips you bare, because to truly find yourself, you must first lose yourself. You must be willing to let the old version of you fall apart. This is the part no one prepares you for, the in-between, the void, the part where everything familiar dissolves and nothing clear emerges to take its place. It feels like falling, like darkness, like death, not of the body, but of the identity. And yet in that darkness, something sacred happens. When you stop clinging to who you were, you create space for who you are to emerge. This is not a process of addition. It is a process of subtraction. It is not about becoming more. It's about becoming less conditioned, less programmed, less attached to the masks you once mistook for your face. Philosophers and mystics have known this for centuries. The Buddha left behind a palace and a title to sit under a tree and do nothing but observe. Socrates wandered the streets of Athens, asking annoying questions that stripped illusions away. Rumi once wrote, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you." Each of them understood. The self we cling to is often the very thing blocking us from our truth. But this journey is not comfortable. In a world obsessed with certainty, clarity, and definition, choosing to undefine yourself is radical. It's terrifying to admit you don't know who you are anymore. But it's also the most honest thing you can do. Because true transformation doesn't begin with clarity. It begins with confusion. It begins when you allow yourself to stop pretending, when you stop forcing yourself to fit into molds that suffocate your soul. And slowly, quietly, something new begins to form. Not a better version of the old self, but something deeper. You begin to realize you are not the roles you play. You are not your job, your achievements, your social image. You are not your failures, your regrets, or your past. You are the awareness behind it all, the silent witness, the open sky that holds every storm and every sunrise. You are not the waves. You are the ocean beneath them, still, vast, watching. And from that awareness, a new way of being emerges, not rushed, not forced, but rooted, aligned. You stop living to prove. You start living to feel, to experience, to explore, to simply be. You begin to listen to what your body whispers when the world gets quiet, to what your soul longs for beneath all the noise, to the small joys and subtle signs that once went unnoticed. You start noticing things again, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the rhythm of your own breath, the way a deep exhale can melt tension from your shoulders, the quiet spaces between thoughts that feel like home. And then one day, almost without realizing it, you wake up and feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Wholeness. Not perfection, not certainty, but a deep, grounded sense that you are finally living your life, not someone else's idea of it. And the irony is, to get there, you had to fall apart. You had to lose your mind to find your peace. You had to let go of control to find your center. You had to surrender your story to discover your truth. It's in the unraveling that we come home. So if you're in that place now, confused, uncertain, lost, know this. You are not broken. You are breaking open. You are not failing. You are shedding. You are not at the end. You are at the beginning. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Not push, not chase, not fix, but pause, breathe, feel the ground beneath you, and allow the unraveling. Because who you really are has been waiting, not to be built, but to be uncovered. The real you isn't hiding. It's just buried beneath years of roles, expectations, and noise. And perhaps that is the paradox of the human journey. To find yourself, you must be willing to lose everything you're not.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.